Morning. Morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Time to make coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. How's everyone doing? Your local pain in the tuchus checking every day. That's funny. I do like the word tuchus. It's a funny word. It's a funny word. All right. Let's make coffee. Let's make coffee. Boop, 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 boop. My arm is still sore. I guess that's normal, right? Just right here, you know, when I lift it, I feel it. I guess that's normal. From the vaccine. I got the Tdap vaccine a couple of days ago, which is fine. You know, you need to get it, right? Like I have to get it for the baby and everything. It's not a big deal. It's just like I didn't expect my arm to be sore this many days later. I guess I don't know. I feel like I got it on Monday. Yeah, and it's already Thursday, right? I don't know. Yes, it's normal after having it. Oh, okay, yeah. It just feels like it's been quite a few days. No? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're gonna go to Costco today. That's what we're gonna do. We're going to Costco today because we have to do like shopping for the rest of the, because we have like people coming into town. So like, you know, all that jazz. Yeah. Yeah. Coffee smells good though. Coffee smells good. No school today. Whoa, what a lucky ducky. Alright, let's make this coffee. Oh, because of snow. Wow. I don't think I've ever had an actual snow day off of school, except maybe in college. I think in college I did. Hold on. I remember a couple of days in college where we got snowed out. Delightful. You're doing presents? Presents. Very nice, very nice. I don't know what you're talking about, Roxy. I'm sorry. Get what line? Maybe you got filtered. You should get, oh, Helen's gonna get her slime today? Gosh, that took a while. Did you guys have like weird, did you have weird weather or something that caused it to delay? Because we mailed those either on Friday. I think we mailed those on Friday last week. Wow. It's quite a long time. Weird. Mail's really slow for your area. Some people that I mailed stuff to on Friday already got it on like Tuesday. Wow, that's a long time. Huh, I don't know. That's very interesting. Well, the good news is hers don't start until the 12th anyway, so she's perfectly in time, because if she gets it today is only the 5th, so she's got plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right, coffee for secret husband, coffee for Sasha. You know what I was thinking the other day? I was like, I'm gonna have to start, oh, can't go that way. We blocked that off with stuff that we need to decorate the tree with. Oops. We are gonna decorate the tree this weekend, come hell or high water. But I was thinking that I'm probably gonna have to start doing book club from the birthing ball, like sit on that instead of a regular chair to like get my time in on it, because I'm supposed to spend a certain amount of time on it per day. And so I was like, well, maybe if I just sit on it for book club, that'll be good enough. I don't know. I don't know. Hey Sloth, good morning. But I'm open to suggestions also. It's fine. It's not like uncomfortable, but it's not like the best thing ever either, like some people say. I don't know. Did any of you guys use those? Feels like a fresh cup of wake me up. Hey, Brian. No, well, I didn't think you did, Mom. I didn't think you did. Did anyone else use one? Yeah, you know what? It's not really conducive to computer because it's not tall enough. You've been canceled again, Brian? What for this time? My birthing bell isn't tall enough to reach my desk. Wait, Brian, you can't be serious. Brian. Why does anyone care? Are you talking about for hating the person or the musical? Roll for Slime last night was very funny. We had a great time. I made a lot of slime last night, probably why I'm so tired. They're all mailing out today, which is great. Mina, how's your restock prep going? Tell us everything. Is there anything that we should know? They're like, how dare you say everyone involved should be I've said that before about shows, Brian. I've said that before about shows. I really have. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to pressure you or give you more. I didn't take it that way, Sloth. I didn't take it that way at all. Don't worry. But there are good reasons not to be a Tammy Faye fan. There are great reasons not to be a Tammy Faye fan. Jen, though I do have to clarify for you, I think that Brian is talking about Tammy Faye the musical, not Tammy Faye the person. So there's a very big difference between disliking Tammy Faye the person, which we all kind of do, and disliking Tammy Faye the musical, which is a production. That all being said, Brian has every right to dislike any production he wants to dislike. Yeah. Do you guys want to hear something absolutely bonkers, town? Do you want to hear something totally bonkers? Like, I sat staring at a message that I got yesterday, flabbergasted for 20 minutes yesterday, because I was like, are people still doing this even as adults? I couldn't believe it.
I know somebody that I am tangentially related to through marriage, right? Like marriage, like a few times, like not one of my husband's siblings, but like a few times removed. That's exciting. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Amanda. Congratulations. I'm really glad to hear that. So yesterday, I posted my Spotify Wrapped on my Instagram because I don't know, everyone does it and it just is a harmless, fun thing to do, right? Like, I don't know, it just tells people what you listen to, like what music you like. It doesn't really seem that deep to me. And you're not interrupting at all, Amanda. We're happy to celebrate with you. We want to celebrate with you. And I got a message from this like 4 times removed person, like asking me why I like Taylor Swift, and they don't like Taylor Swift and they can't understand why anyone would like Taylor Swift. And I was like, why are you attacking me for Taylor Swift? I was like, I just do. And they were like, well, I don't understand it. I was like, that's okay. You don't have to. I didn't ask you to. Like, what? Like, how old are you? Like, are we children that you're attacking my music preferences at this? Like, that's something that I dealt with when I was a teenager a lot. People picked on my music choices as a teenager a lot, and it took me a long time to get the thick enough skin to be like, I don't care if you don't like the same music I do. It's not a big deal to me. Like, leave me alone. It was so weird. But like, it's not like I said to her, like, well, if you don't like Taylor Swift, you're bad. I was like, cool, if you don't like her, that's no big deal. I don't care who likes her and who doesn't. Taylor doesn't care. No sweat off her. Taylor's a gajillionaire. She doesn't care if you like her music or not, like, truly. You know what I mean? And I was like, why do you care? I didn't ask her that because I didn't want to engage. I was just like, people like different things. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just choose what you like. It's not like I made a post that was like, anyone who doesn't like Taylor Swift is bad. All I said was, here are the things I listened to this year. But, like, what? It was so crazy to me. I was like, oh, you're stuck in high school. You have a problem. Like, if you're bothered by what I'm listening to in my own home, you have a problem. Let's put it this way. I can't even justify spending the third. I wouldn't either, Brian. I wouldn't either. Yeah, but it's not even a choice. It's just like, you like what you like. It's not even like a choice thing. I don't think that I choose what music I like. I think it's just what my ear naturally is attracted to, and that might be different from you, and that's great. It makes the world go round. That's why we have so many great artists out there, because everyone likes different stuff. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't care what anyone listens to. As long as no one's hurting anybody, I literally don't care. You know? And Taylor Swift's certainly not hurting anybody. Yeah, it's vibes. Mom's right. It is. It's vibes. Whatever you vibe with, vibe away, baby. Vibe away. You know what Mom likes? Mom likes classical musicals. And she likes jazz. You know? And, well, some jazz. She doesn't like all jazz. But she likes some jazz. Like, what's the, like Rhapsody in Blues? Mom loves Rhapsody in Blues. She vibes with that. And some people don't. And that's okay. It really confuses me how people go out of their way to comment that they don't like artists. I know. Taylor is hurting people. She's hurting their bank. It's true. Taylor does hurt my bank account. Actually, Brian's right. Taylor Swift does hurt my bank account. He's right. He's right. I have to tell you. It's true. It's true. Okay, so we are going to read. We are on chapter 22 today, and this poem is going to, I don't know how I'm going to read this poem, but I'm going to try. I actually, I disagree with them, Brian. I think you're right. I think you can. So before we start, I want to touch base on what Brian is saying. Brian is saying that people are getting angry at him because he had strong opinions on a show, people, and their performance. And I think people have gotten really sensitive in theater, especially. Like, you're allowed to dislike a production or a show, but you're not allowed to dislike a performer or their performance. And I'm on Brian's side. I think you are. I think you can dislike someone's performance. I think you can dislike their style, all of that. Yeah. I think you can say someone is giving a poor performance. I think that's okay. I do. And I think that that moves the art form forward. I don't know if any of you were around, Brian, I don't know if you were for like the whole Morgan James controversy with Into the Woods. When Into the Woods went into the park in New York City, a lot of people just blanketly said they loved the production because the people in it were, the majority of the people in it were famous, and then the people who weren't famous were working really hard to make up for the kind of lackluster famous cast members. And people like Morgan and myself, I didn't say anything because I hadn't seen it yet, but like once I did see it, I agreed with her. Morgan was basically like, this is sad because this is one of my favorite shows and it's a pretty poor production and the performers aren't giving anything to it, you know? And people got really mad at her and they were like, if you're a performer, you shouldn't say that other performers aren't good. And it's like, well, that's kind of how we move the art form forward. We tell people what we like and what we don't like, and it's never going to get corrected if you don't fix it. It's not like she said, I think so-and-so is a bad person and they should DIE. She basically just said, like, that's not how I want to see this show. It's not good, you know? And I saw it and she was right. It was kind of just like meat moop, you know? Yeah, a poor performance can affect the overall show. 100% it can. So I agree with you, Brian. And I'm sorry that people are doing that to you again. And I'm sorry that they can't handle your truth bombs, but we can. I made it for book club. I had to leave mid beep boop yesterday. That's funny. Well, the good news is you don't miss much in that case. So anyway, that's my opinion on the matter. I think that everyone is entitled to an opinion of any artistry. I don't know. Live your life. Whatevs. Film actors acknowledge some jobs are for paycheck. They should. That's another great point. Brian is right there as well. There is this weird thing that theater actors won't admit, that like sometimes you take a job just to have a job, and some jobs are just because you didn't get a gig this year and you really need one. And no shame. I don't shame anyone for that. A job is a job. I always tell my brother's an actor. I tell my brother, a gig is a gig. A gig is a gig. You know what I mean? Until you're Roger McDonald level, a gig is a gig. You just take it, right? Because on some level, when you're in that kind of industry, Secret Husband and I talk about this all the time. We both work in an artistic field, and we have to just be grateful for what comes our way. You know, you can't do it otherwise. But anyway, that's my my long-winded whatever about the whole thing. Okay, so let's read chapter 22, and we will see how far we get today. They pat themselves down and they gathered their clothes. They turned off the lights and up the stairs they rose. 4 beep boops were upon them, a sweaty grunt and groan. They beeped and they booped and they blah 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 blah. That the whole poem was almost impossible to read. That's where we're at. Beep beep boop beep boop boop. Poem. This chapter is from Story's perspective. Thank you for the toothbrush, I say as I sit cross-legged on his bathroom counter, brushing my teeth. I'm in his flannel shirt and he let me use it to cover myself as we cleared up the living room. He stayed in his briefs and it took everything. We're on chapter 22. Chapter 22. Everything in me to stop leering at him. But now that we're in the bathroom and his hand is on my thigh, I'm okay with taking in an eyeful of zero shame because he's been doing the same thing to me. When we were bringing our cups and cookies into the kitchen, he casually slipped his arm around my waist and his hand up my barely buttoned shirt, where he proceeded to kiss my neck and beepity boop beep boop. And when we were folding the blanket in the living room, we beepity beep boop on the blanket that we beep booped on. I kept catching his eyes wandering over me, and then we walked up the stairs together and he trailed behind me, and I know he was checking out my butt because when we reached the top he whispered in my ear beepity beep boop beep. So I'm gonna get my fair share of staring in too. From his broad shoulders to his thick pecs to his trim body, which seemed to have a sinewy popping out every curve and contour, the V in his hips, the trimmed chest hair, the beep boop, God, if only I'd been brave enough when I was younger. If only I had come back earlier. If only I'd reached out and acted up upon those feelings I had whenever he was around. I wouldn't have been with so many other dudes. Duds, not dudes, duds. And I know they're duds now. 100%, no doubt in my mind they were duds then too, just because what I experienced was so different from anything I've ever done with anyone else. And the best part of it all, it was just beep boop. Things I can't say on TikTok. Beep boop that was better than any other beep boop I've ever had. Sure, the fire was nice, the lights were dim, and it was romantic, but that all played a small part. The big part, that's just tucked behind Cole's black briefs. We both spit our toothpaste into the sink, rinse our mouths, and then he helped me off the counter. Holding my hand, he brings me to the doorway that leads to another flight of stairs, and then he turns to me, a look of insecurity pulling at his features. Hey, what's wrong? I ask. Nothing. It's just, this is my bedroom from when I was a teenager, and I haven't changed anything. I smirk. Oh, so I finally get to see your bedroom in the state it was in when I started wondering what it was like? You wondered what my bedroom was like? Yeah, Cole, all the time. Okay, well, not one thing has changed, and now that I'm much older, it feels kind of stupid bringing you up there, so I just wanted you to be prepared. Cole, I say seriously as I cup his cheek, you never need to worry about me judging you, okay? People move at their own pace when faced with grief, and if keeping everything in your house the way it was before your parents passed is what you needed to do, then that's your way of dealing with your pain. That's nothing to judge, I promise. He lets out a heavy sigh and then tilts my chin up. Hey, your amazing story. You know that, right? Yeah, I do. I grin right at him before planting a kiss on his lips. Thank you for being so understanding and supportive. Of course, I say. Now show me this room. I'm dying to explore. He starts up the stairs and I follow. Why do I feel like I'm going to regret this? He mutters as I stare at his butt. Do you do a lot of squats? Huh? He asks, looking over his shoulder as we reach the top of the stairs. You have a really nice butt, and I was just wondering if you do a lot of squats. He tugs on his hair. His embarrassment's adorable. No, but I do lift a lot of things on the farm. Oh, well, keep it up. It's nice and round. Thanks, he says with a laugh, and then pulls me through the door into his bedroom. The first thing that I notice is the slanted ceiling that falls to just above his head. In height alone, he's clearly outgrown this space. And the next thing I notice is that it's a smaller bed. Not a twin, not a queen, so maybe it has to be a double. Not a problem. I don't mind clinging to him tonight, but... And then, from there, my eyes traverse the room, taking in the shelf that's stacked with books, a few trophies, some knickknacks here and there. There's a desk with an out-of-date laptop perched on it, some notebooks, and a cup for his pencils. I'm not sure why, but the thought of him using a pencil over a pen just warms my heart. A braided rug spans the floor, and there's no closet, and he has a clothes rack in the corner full of flannels, and a dresser right next to it. But then the item that's really getting my attention is the poster on the wall right across from his bed. He must sense it because he says, "Don't say anything." No, I promised I wouldn't judge. I can feel you judging me. No, I say with a shake of my head. I'm just fascinated with your choice. It's not what you think, he says. It was a gag gift from Max, and when I left for college, he hung it up there, and I just never took it down. Turning toward him, I say, okay, but can I ask you a question about it? Yeah, sure, he says, probably regretting that answer immediately. Have you ever had feelings about it? A picture of Miss Piggy from the Muppets sitting on the beach, you really think that I've had feelings about that? I don't know, I say and laugh. It's just, she is in a bit of a provocative position. Okay, well, the answer is no, he says, his face as serious as can be. Okay, sorry, I was just making sure. I pause and stare at the poster. Another question, when are you planning on taking it down? Because, since I plan on sleeping over tonight, I don't really feel quite right beep booping with Miss Piggy watching us. He chuckles and then moves towards the poster. I can take it down now. No, only if you want to. No pressure. We can drape a blanket over her or something like that. No, we can take it down. and I can take it to work tomorrow and hang it up in Max's office area where he sharpens his axe, and that'll give him something to yearn for. Okay, that makes me laugh. And I watch him as he takes the poster down, revealing a fist-sized hole in the wall. Oh, shit. I forgot that was there. He says, oh, what was that from? He rolls up the poster and sets it to the side. It was after a fight I had with an ex from high school. You punched a wall? I look him up and down. I'm sorry, but I don't really see you as that kind of guy. No, I'm not that kind of guy, he replies. It was stupid. She broke up with me because she wanted freedom for the summer. Anyway, she left and I got pissed, and then that happened. And then the last time I punched a wall, it hurt like a mother effer, and I did nothing. It did nothing other than prove that punching a wall is a stupid thing to do. Well, lesson learned, I say as I take a seat on the side of his bed. Instead of a comforter, he has a fluffy blanket and a quilt covering his mattress, and the bed is made and the sheets are carefully folded over. I'm impressed that you make your bed, though. Jesus, your standards for men must be really low. Yeah, before you, my standard was really low, I say, but you have raised the bar. Have I? He asks as he steps up to me, and I place my hand on his hips and I nod. You have. Oh, well, that's good to know. He nods towards the head of the bed. All right, hop in. Excited, I scoot back and slip under the flannel sheets, loving how warm they are, and then I lift up the cover for him and let him slip in as well. We each take a pillow to rest our heads on and then turn to each other. So, you were in college for how long? I ask him. Just 1 semester, he answers. I dropped out after my parents passed. What were you going to major in? I wasn't sure yet. I was thinking business, possibly engineering, but neither sounded that interesting. Honestly, I was just trying to feel it out. So you weren't into like animal sciences at all? No, not even a little, he answers, his hand pushing aside the flannel so that it could land on my hip. Everything I know about reindeer is from what I've read over time and talking with the Maxheimers, and honestly, it was a pity job. And then I got good at it, and it became a permanent thing. Well, maybe you can introduce me to your reindeer one day. Yeah? He asks. Yeah, I answer. Okay, well, then after, maybe you can show me one of the Love Mark movies that you've edited. Would you even like to watch a Love Mark movie, I asked? They don't really seem like your cup of tea. Oh, well, if you had a hand in it, I want to watch it. Plus, I used to watch them all the time with my mom. They're predictable, but isn't that what's so great about them? There's no anxiety over what's going to happen. They're just feel-good movies. Yeah, I say excitedly. Thank you. That's what I try to tell people who scoff at them. Is it so wrong for us to be happy while watching something? Do we always have to be thinking? Do we always have to be depressed? Do we always have to participate in entertainment that highlights drugs, abuse, and SA? Life is hard enough as it is. Why can't we just escape that and enjoy something that doesn't sprinkle us with a heavy dose of depression afterwards? Honestly, I agree. Yeah, I agree, he says. There's nothing wrong with escaping reality. I know, I've done it for the past decade. I bring my hand to his face and run it over his beard. What did you do to escape? I ask. I hung out with the reindeer mostly. Did a lot of reading, history stuff. I did a lot of hiking, mountain biking, snowboarding with Max, anything that got me out of the house during the day, leaving the nights as the only time that I really had to face my own reality. And then that makes me sad. Have you had a hard time sleeping? Yeah, at first, he answers. I spent a lot of nights at Max's place, but then I started to realize that I kept hiding away from the house. I was setting myself up for failure in the long run. So I'd come back at night and force myself to try to be normal. And over time, it became more and more, accepted in my brain. I don't think I'd ever call it normal, but I have come to terms with it. Well, mostly. I probably should have taken Miss Piggy down a while ago. I chuckle. Yeah, probably, but I won't hold that against you. They are making so much noise out there. I just want them to stop. Thanks, he murmurs. Still stroking his beard, I ask, are you proud of yourself today? Because you really should be. You got a Christmas tree, Cole. You decorated it, and you decorated your house, and you took that poster down. Those are really big steps. Yeah, I know, he says with a sigh. I just felt confident, like I could do it because, you were here. And that pulls on my heart, and I sit up and I bring my mouth to his, and I kiss him for just a few seconds as his lip grip on me grows tighter, and I pull away and I stare down at his handsome face. I'm glad I could be a part of it, Cole, and I'm glad that Teron and Aunt Cindy are gone so that I could be here with you. His hands slide over my backside. You don't think they would appreciate you being here with me, do you? No, I don't, I say as I slide my hand down his neck and across his chest, his short stubble prickling my palm. Why not? Well, the whole competition thing, I don't think they'd want me to get wrapped up in feelings when there's a crown to claim. I get that. he says. And I hope you know this isn't about the competition for me. You and me, it's separate. I'm not trying to distract you. Oh no, I know, I say quickly as I caress his chest. I know you wouldn't do that. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, he says, insecurity in his voice. What's happening between us? It's on a different level for me. The crinkle competition aside, having you here feeds me in a way I wasn't expecting. Really? I ask. He nods and brings his wandering hand to my stomach, and then beep, 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 boop, boop. I lower onto my back and turn to look at him, lifting myself up on an elbow. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep. Beep, boop, beep. You've brought some life back into my mundane days, he says softly, and I knew I was living in the dark, going week by week, month by month, but I didn't realize how far I'd sunk until you came back. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. You made me feel something again, Story. Anger, annoyance, and determination, and lust. Whereas before, I'm not sure I was feeling much of anything at all. I shift. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, beep, 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 boop, beep, boop, beep. Yeah, I feel the same way, I say. I've felt more alive than I have in a while being here. Because of the competition? He asks, and I shake my head. Well, yes, but also because of the town and because of you. It feels right being here, and I hate that I stayed away for so long. Yeah, that was pretty stupid, he jokes, his fingers trailing down and circling around my belly button. Very stupid, I say as I make more of a show. He glances down at my body and then back up at me. Are you trying to tell me something, Story? Yes, I answer. Well, say it then. He drags his finger right above beep boop beep boop beep 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 boop beep beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep. This is not candy canes, but it's still beep boops. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop 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 boop. Boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop beep boop boop beep boop 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 boop. Boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop boop beep beep boop boop boop. Trying to find where I can read again. Beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. Consent, yeah. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep beep boop 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 beep boop boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop 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 beep boop boop beep boop boop beep boop boop beep boop 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 beep boop boop beep boop 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 beep boop 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 boop. I got your book yesterday. Perfect timing for my trip to Asia, Astoria tomorrow. Oh my gosh, you're going to Astoria with my book in tow? That's amazing. I love that. Thank you so much for getting my book. Do you go back and read them when you have beep boop scenes for book club? I'm reading it right now as we go along, Naisa. So I don't go back and read them afterwards because I just read it as I'm going for you all. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop boop beep boop boop. I can read really fast when I'm not reading aloud, because when I'm not reading out loud, I read 800 words a minute, so I can just get through it really fast. Reading out loud takes longer, of course. Beep boop beep boop beep. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep beep boop beep 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 beep. Okay, here we go. I think we can read this part. He laughs and kisses my bare shoulder. Okay. No, sorry. We can read the line before. I can assume that our friendship has changed effectively. He laughs and kisses my bare shoulder. It'll change the minute that you sat on my lap on the porch. I lift up and I look at him. No, it changed when you kissed me under the mistletoe. Oh, I thought we were still enemies then, though, not friends. Well, we were always friends, I say. We just had a dispute. 10 years apart is quite a dispute. He lifts an eyebrow. Okay, let's call it a miscommunication trope and move on. What the hell are you talking about? He asks. I sigh and rest my head back down. Never mind. Oh. That's the end of the chapter. I need to find a way to test how fast I read. I got tested in school, but I think there are also tests you can do online. I'm not 100% sure. I took a class in college where they tested us. basically what they do is they have you read a certain amount in a certain amount of time, and then they test your reading comprehension of it to make sure that you're actually processing it and you're not just skimming the page. That's what they do. I don't know, but I'm sure there's a place online where you could try it. I don't know, because like typing tests, they basically scroll to see how fast you can go, and you can't go back, right? So if you're like missing stuff, you know you missed it, but if you can get it in the time frame, I don't know. Okay, chapter 23. I think we can actually read this one. Where did they do it? I'm sure there's one online, maybe not as accurate as school, but so, yeah, but like who cares, right? Because like we're not in school anymore. So it's like I don't even know why I did it in school. I can't remember. Maybe they just did it as it was a part of a class for sure. It was a class that was specifically geared toward like focusing your comprehension. Candy cane is later. I just looked it up. Almost gave location. Probably shouldn't. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, chapter 23. Where did they do it? That question is fair. In the bed, against the wall, and in the living room chair. He beep-booped and beep-booped and beep-booped some more. He beep-booped until there was a hole in the floor. And now, with Aunt Cindy back, they can only send texts. But that didn't stop Cole from sending text after text. There's a lot of random things we did in school. It's true, but this was in college, so it feels even more random, right, Sloth? Text messages. Cole, Tehran didn't see the hickey I left on your collarbone, did she? Story. No, I borrowed a turtleneck from Aunt Cindy. It's green with mint candy canes, and I played it off as a way to show more Kringle spirit when I walked to warm your spirits for drinks. Cole, where's my picture? I want to see what this turtleneck looks like. That's right, Naisa, that's right. Story sends a picture. Cole, that's certainly something. Story. I thought about pairing it with a Christmas vest, but I didn't want to make you fully beep boop when I sent the picture. Cole. The only way that I would have been fully beep boop if there were bells hanging from your beep boop and bounced around your neck when they jingled. Story. I know I'm seeing a new side of you that I did not know existed, but I just assumed you were the grump who didn't talk that much. Lo and behold, you're texting me about jingling beep boop balls. Cole. Maybe if you didn't stay away for so long, you would have found out more about me. Story. Maybe if you didn't act so shy on the porch all the time, I would have been able to dig deeper into your true personality. Cole. I wasn't shy. Story. You were, but then again, so was I. Cole. Not shy anymore. Story. I think shyness is out the window after you spanked me. Cole. You said you liked that. Story. More than I expected to. Cole. I did not like it when you said Snow Daddy. Story. LOL. I thought that was a nice touch, actually. Cole. It wasn't. Story. Sheesh, and here I thought I could have some fun with you. Cole. Listen, you can have fun with me, but don't call me Snow Daddy. Story. What do you prefer? Cole. Beep boop beep boop beep boop boop. Story. LOL. No, I will not be saying that. Cole. Haha, you're right. Don't do that. Cole works, and when you say it in that raspy tone of voice, it works even better. Story. I think that's something I can probably arrange. New segment of text. So that was one set of text. This is later in the day. Cole. I'm assuming tonight is a no-go. Story. Yeah, I don't think I can make it over. Tehran has been a beast today about the light display, and I have literally no excuse to leave the house. Cole. No, I understand, but if I really do wish you were here right now. Story. Yeah, what are you doing? Cole. I don't know, just lying here. My pillow smells like you. Story. Is that your subtle way of saying that you miss me? Cole. I don't think it's subtle at all. I was really hoping that you'd be able to come over tonight. Story. I know, me too. Are you wearing anything? That's Story asking. Cole sends a picture. Just briefs. Story. Cries. That was not a nice picture to send. Cole. Why? I thought I looked good. Story. That's the problem. You do. You look too good. Cole. Yeah, tell me more about that. Story. Are you really digging for compliments right now? Cole. I don't think it would hurt you to elaborate on what pleases your eyes when you look at me. Story. That's a weird way to say that, but okay. How about this? I give you a compliment and you give me one. Cole. Easy. I love your lips. From the moment you first kissed me under the mistletoe to making out on the porch to last night, I'm addicted and I need more. Story. That was sweet. Cole. It's the truth. Now your turn. Story. Okay, I really like your hands. And beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep. Cole, your eyes captivate me, Story, and I don't mean that in a cheesy way. It's so true. Whenever you look at me, I have a really hard time looking away. And beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. Story. Your voice is great too, and it beep boop 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 beep. Cole. Story. And your chest. I really love it. It's thick and sturdy, and it's the perfect place. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. Cole, then you should come over. Story, and your abs, they're really not human. No one should have a stomach like you. It's like perfect individual sets of muscles. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Cole, story, seriously. Story, and then beep, boop, 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 beep. The only comparison, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Cole, Jesus, will you just come over here and beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep? Story, I really wish I could. I'd beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Cole, do it then. Stop teasing and just come over. Story, you know I can't, but beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Cole, so then beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Story, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Cole, picture, what do you think? Story, oh my God, Cole. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Cole, I'd beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Story, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. Cole, beep, boop, beep, boop. Story, beep. Cole, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Story, beep, boop. Cole, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. Story, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Cole, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop. Story, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop. Cole, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Story, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Cole, beep, boop, me too. Story, okay, Cole, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep. Cole, trust me, I wish the same. End scene. Well, it's not real beep boop, Liz. It was text messages. So there's no tiring involved. It was a text message exchange. But I still can't read it out loud because beep boop beep boop. New text message exchange. Cole, good morning, beautiful. Story, sends a picture. Morning. Cole, shit, did you really have to send me a picture of you all rumpled up in bed without me? Story, just pretend that I'm right there next to you, curled into your chest. Cole, I don't want to pretend. Just come over today. Story, I'll see what I can do, but I have a feeling that Tehran is going to demand all my time again. Cole, does the light display really need that much attention from you? Story, you saw it. She's determined. What are you up to? I don't even see your truck in the driveway. Cole, no, I'm at the farm right now. I'm just feeding the reindeer. Now take a break before I start putting their bridles and their bridles and their reins on. We have 3 reindeer walks today. We add more during the season. Story, what exactly does a reindeer walk entail? Cole, come visit me and I'll show you. Story, I would, but Tehran has me going over a song list today and possible dance routines for the Christmas caroling competition, and I'm dreading it more than anything. Why does Bob Krampus think people need to sing in order to win? Cole, because it's a part of the Christmas joy. Story, aren't you nervous about singing at the caroling cafe? Cole, not really. Story, if you come barreling in with a voice like an angel, I am going to be mad at you. Cole, LOL, nothing to worry about. I think after I thrusted at the crowd while decked out in green paint and lederhosen, nothing really phases me at this point. Story, okay, that's true. I can still remember how the ground rumbled after you air humped it. Cole, I have some powerful hips, something you know a lot about. Story, I wouldn't say I know a lot about it. We had one night. Cole, one night where we got no sleep. Must I remind you about how we beep booped in my bed twice, and in the shower, and against the wall, and in the living room chair, and the next morning, and beep boop beep boop beep boop beep, and all the way up to the shower? Story, that's just to name a few. Sheesh, you make me look like a beep boop beep boop. Beep boop? No, a desired person, without question. Story, are you really sure do know how to make a girl blush? Cole, hopefully it propels you to come see me. Story, I'll try. When I say Tehran's being psychotic, I'm not kidding. It's like she came back from Golden a different person. I think she must have been talking to Aunt Cindy about the competition because she's in full-on panic mode with Christmas Eve being 12 days away. Cole, is she worried about the candy cane competition? Story, no, but she's been asking me what my plans are and if I need to practice. I told her that I was good and that I'd be fine, even though maybe I should practice, I don't know. But what am I gonna do with all those candy canes? Cole, I can think of a few things you can do with candy canes. Story, are you always this beep boop? Tell me now so that I can prepare myself for when we see each other again. Cole, who's to say that that was a beep boop comment? Story, oh my God, Cole, I could taste the beep boop from here. Cole, taste, huh? Wiggles eyebrows. Story, dear God. New text exchange. Story, I told Tehran that I was going to go for a walk, aka a walk right to your house, and now she has me practicing my sewing skills. Cole, no, seriously? I've got some ingredients for a hot cocoa bar that I was hoping to use all over your body like chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and cherries. Story, stop. Did you really? Cole, yeah. I had to get them when Max was with me and he was giving me side-eye the entire time. Story, maybe you should use them on yourself. Cole, oh, I should paint my chest with chocolate syrup and try to lick it off myself? Story, honestly, I'd be really impressed if your spine let you bend like that. Cole, hell, honestly, I'd be impressed too. Seriously, you really can't come over? Story, No, it's not looking like it. Do you hate me for this? Cole, no, but I am going to sulk about it. Story, you won't be the only one sulking. I was really looking forward to spending some time with you. Cole, you were? Yeah, and not just because of the beep boop, but because I have things that I want to talk to you about. Hey, Madison, congratulations, and thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Cole, don't say beep boop and the kinds of things, and what kind of things do you want to talk about? Story, like, well, what's your favorite kind of Christmas cookie? Cole, the hard-hitting questions. Okay, well, all right, I'm up for some questions if you are, but warning, I'm not going to hold back. I have every intention of getting to know you better. Story, okay, that's fair. So, favorite Christmas cookie? Cole, that would have to be my mom's butter cookies. She cut them up into circles and covered them in green icing and then put a small red heart on the side. She called them Grinch cookies. Story, aw, I love that. I've been watching my email for a delivery date. Madison, unless you placed the order today, everything else was already mailed. There are no non-Patreon orders outstanding currently in my thing. So unless you placed it between like when the post office closed yesterday and today, it's already in the mail. So you should already have an email, and I would check your spam. Cole, I haven't had them in a while, but they're always my favorite. Okay, my turn. What's your favorite Christmas decoration? Story, Aunt Cindy's Happy Days nativity scene. I can't get over the Fonz as baby Jesus. Cole, what? I'm sorry. A Happy Days nativity scene? How come I've never seen this? Story, have you spent much time in Aunt Cindy's house? Cole, I guess not enough time to notice a Happy Days nativity scene. I'm clearly missing out. Story, yeah, you are. Okay, first girl you ever kissed, like real makeout kiss. Who was it, and was it good? Cole, well, it was good for me. Not sure if it was good for her. Her name was Harriet, and her dad got a job out in Aspen, so they moved away, and we made out behind the polar freeze after sharing a banana sundae. It was the first time I felt a real boob. I got beep boop beep boop. Story, behind the polar freeze? Oh, good times. LOL. Cole, it was. Who was the first person you ever made out with? Story, his name was Rennie Bottom. Legit, that was actually his name, and it was at prom. We made out under the table so that we wouldn't get caught, and he touched my chest, and then he got scared that he touched it too hard. Cole, did he touch it too hard? Story, no, I wish he touched it harder. Cole, LOL. Story, okay, favorite Christmas movie? Cole, Home Alone. Kevin's a badass. I thought I'd booby trap our house once, and I ended up gluing my pillow stuffing to my dad's bare chest. Mom had to shave him to get it off. He complained about his nips being cold all winter long. Story, LOL. Oh my god, that is amazing. Cole, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Story, tough pick. I think I'm gonna go with A Year Without Santa Claus. Okay, pause for a second. I just want to point out that my book also has a Home Alone mention and scene in it, so this feels very friendly. Cole, what's that? You don't have an email? Do you think maybe, Madison, you typed in your email incorrectly? Either way, you can sign into your account on my website if you made one and check it there, but all the orders have gone out. I always ship orders within maximum 48 hours of when the order was placed, unless it's a weekend and then it goes out the following Monday, but there are no orders left here. So unless you're a Patreon person, all orders are gone, so you don't have to worry. It's in the mail, and now it's up to USPS to get it to you. It was Sunday. Oh, then it went out on either Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. If it was on a Sunday, it can't go out on Sundays because there's no post on Sundays. So it would have been Monday or Tuesday, depending on how many orders were ahead of you in the line. Yep, but they're all gone. As of yesterday, I had nothing outstanding except for Patreon, so don't worry. Seriously? It's one of the best puppet stop motion movies ever. It's about a year when the world stops caring about Santa. So he went to a small town to see if people still believed in him. And then there were wonderful characters like Snow Miser and Heat Miser and the beautiful Mother Nature. Cole, you know what? That does sound familiar. Story, yeah, it's so good, and the music's on point. The puppets are a little weird, though. Cole, oh shit, I do know what you're talking about. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Story, well, that needs to be fixed. Cole, it can only be fixed if you come over here. Story, I'm working on it. Don't worry, it will happen. Cole, I'll believe it when I see it. You can also check your order confirmation. Yeah, definitely. You can check anything on the website. If it comes to the end of this week and you haven't gotten any information, well, where do you live, Madison? Because some places take a little longer than others. Do you live in a very, do you live in a city
or do you live far away from me? Because I was gonna say, if you ordered on Sunday, it might get to you like early next week, depending on if you chose priority mail or not. So that's something to also consider. I feel like a lot of people forget when they're choosing the type of mail that USPS takes quite a bit longer when they choose regular mail, and that's why on the regular mail, when I say no date guaranteed, because USPS doesn't guarantee a date for that, they only guarantee dates for priority mail. So it just depends on what you chose at checkout. Alabama, oh gosh. In Alabama, I'm not gonna lie to you, Madison, it's probably gonna be next week unless you chose priority mail. What I have noticed is that places in more rural areas like that do take quite a bit longer. It says pre-awaiting. That's just a USPS thing. So a lot of people email me when they get a thing that says waiting for whatever, because they think it means it hasn't been mailed. That's not what that actually means. It just means that USPS hasn't updated it on their side. We have quite a few times with my regular customers, Liz is one of those, which is why she turned on informed delivery, where it arrives to her house before USPS ever updates their website. And I wish that that was something that I could fix, but unfortunately I have literally no control over them updating their website. Sometimes it doesn't update until after you already receive the item. It's a pain in the butt. I wish there was a better system, but this is the lot that we've been dealt. Sometimes they don't scan the labels and they never update. Yeah, Jen has this problem too. They are really, really bad about it at the holidays. They just move stuff along and they don't even bother with, I know, Madison, it really does stink. Do you know if you chose priority mail or regular mail? Because if you chose priority mail, you'll probably have it by the end of this week. I would say Friday or Saturday. If you chose regular mail, I would say probably more like Wednesday or Thursday next week with the holidays, because they actually give the least priority to regular mail during the holidays, which is not fair. I know that's not fair, but it is what they do. I've learned that over the years. That being said, you can also turn on alerts in your thing. This is a trick I learned. If you go into your tracking number and you turn on alerts, it will, it sends them a message, and sometimes it gets them to scan it. Not always, but sometimes. So that is, you know, you can find it in your email though, Madison, your original email. I'm not talking about a tracking email, but your order email. Your order confirmation email should tell you what kind of shipping you have. Yeah, you can try the informed delivery, but you can also just look in your order email from my website. If you got the order email, it means you are getting emails from the website, which is good, and it will say like type of shipping or whatever, and then it says like whatever it was, priority, regular, blah blah blah. There's a couple different kinds, you know, international, which obviously you don't need for Alabama, but I'm just, you know, excuse me, I have the hiccups, listing options. But I am going to the post office again today with even more packages, because we had Roll for Slime last night, so I pack up those. Actually I had Roll for Slime the night before also, but those are already gone. So anyway, I will see you all later. I'm hoping to get on later to make bases, but no promises on that, because I do have to go to Costco, which is always an event in and of itself. Does anyone have any other questions before I scooch? If anyone missed yesterday, that book club is uploaded, and then I'll upload this one shortly. And then that's kind of the whole kit and caboodle. We got a lot of stuff to get done this week, y'all. Christmas is coming. It's time to go with it. You know what I mean? All right. Why are you so cool? I'm actually not cool. I'm actually super lame, but I am really good at faking it. It's true. I don't see where it shows which one I chose. It should be at the bottom where it like has like a list of all the things that you checked out, and then it'll show you your shipping type or whatever. It should say it right there at the bottom of the email. But like I said, if you don't get anything by next week and you're still having issues, you can always email me. But I can promise you, if it's regular mail and you're in Alabama, it probably won't be till Tuesday or Wednesday of next week at the earliest. That's just because that's how regular mail goes. If you chose priority mail, you'll get a surprise and you'll probably get it on Friday or Saturday. That's just the way of it. Coolest people don't realize they're cool. I don't know. I feel like cool has like a different air about it. I don't know. I don't really roll with cool. I don't feel cool. I feel warm right now. Anyway, I will see you all later today. If I go live today, it will probably be in the early afternoon if anyone wants to join me. I need to make putty base. It's kind of like need to do that. Hiding the baby with the hoodie. Well, yeah. I mean, I always wear a hoodie in the morning because I get a little bit chilly if I don't. The order confirmation doesn't give the type of shipping, it just says the cost. Oh yeah, but if you know the cost, then you know which kind you got. It was regular mail, yeah. So it's gonna be a little while. That's why I have there's a big note on when you choose regular mail, it says no date guaranteed on it, because USPS will not guarantee a date for regular mail. I can't get them to change that. There's literally nothing I can do. If you choose priority mail and they don't deliver it in a timely manner, we can submit a claim and get a refund. But with regular mail, they have the right to take up to a couple of weeks, and you can't even submit a claim. They don't even open the claims for it. If you go into that tracking, it'll be like, you're not eligible for a claim because it hasn't been enough time. Yeah, no, of course, not a problem at all, Madison, not a problem. I wish that it was different. I wish that we had a better shipping system, but I will tell you, our shipping system is better than the one they have in Italy. I lived in Italy for a while, and they have the worst shipping ever. So at least we're better than that, right? There were things, it's so bad in Italy. You got the gas slime? Oh yeah, those all went out. Those are great. Did you get the pink one? I think I remember your order. I think you got the putty one, right? So it's pink? Yeah, it's good. It's a good slime. Gas putty's a great slime. It's a very, very good slime. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember packing that up. All right. I will see you all this afternoon for some base making. I'm hoping, how many chapters did you end up reading? 2. We did 2 today. We've been doing 2 pretty much every day, Avery, which I think is good, right? It'll help us. What I was gonna tell you all was there might be a small holiday restock like early next week, is my thought. Either Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, depending on how fast I get my act together. Some of it will be favorites from the Advent calendar, so if you don't want spoilers, don't look at the restock. I guess is what I'm saying.